It holds like a little cup of coffee in its hand.
That would be so cool. Like, especially, like, are you talking about, like, the clown McDonald's or like a...
Yes, the clown.
Oh, Ronald McDonald clown.
Kind of give him a twist, but get still the whole Ronald McDonald look. That would be cool.
That would be really cool. You know what?
And I've got the perfect clown doll. It's a porcelain that is an actual old type of a porcelain Raggedy Ann doll. So it's got the red wig already. I could just give him a twist, more of a vintage look, because it has the yarn wig. But I could really twist him up. There's Ronald McDonald, and I could get like a little Happy Meal toy or something.
Oh my gosh, that would be incredible.
So I've still got all my old vintage McDonald toys that were like the chicken McNugget box that turned into the Transformer, the little hamburger that turned into the Transformer.
I remember those.
Yeah, I've still got those vintage McDonald toys. Back when our McDonald's used to be nice.
Yeah.
I remember those days. I was little. Yeah.
McDonald's used to be the best thing to go to when you were a kid. Now I can't.
Man, wasn't it? It was like a treat, wasn't it?
It was. You know, you get to go, you get your Happy Meal, you get your free toy. You get to play on the playground.
Man.
Now you go there and you're like, I gotta eat this crap food and I gotta spend my money.
Yeah, and if you got little kids, it's like, now we gotta play in them freaking balls where we're all gonna get Ebola now.
Yeah, ours doesn't have a ball pit.
No, they took that crap out, man.
Yeah, it's just like a little jungle gym type thing that they can crawl through and look at you through these bubble window things and wave. Hi! And you're just like, hi, let's hurry up. Get the hell out of here.
I used to take my kids to those things, man. I'd move and they'd be like in their lost and confused. Where's my mommy? I'm out there playing games, man. I got other parents like, what's wrong with her? I'm out there creeping my kids out. Mommy left. Now I'm coming up here to get you. I'm going to climb up there and get you, little boy, little girl. Your mommy's not here anymore.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, that parents done right there.
Talk about creeping out your kids. Well, I was just talking about that earlier with Mr. Screepy.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I have no problem creeping my kids out sometimes. I really like to play pranks on them.
Oh, man, yeah, it keeps them on the edge.
It does. It really does. It makes them think on their feet.
Yeah, it does, because, you know, it's almost like this, you know, they can take that from us, that it sparks a fear in them to like, what if somebody really done that?
You know what? They have, I don't know about your kids, but my kids, most kids, I would think, have an imagination that needs to be tapped into. Like, I watch a lot of scary movies and horror movies. My kids don't seem to really get into them with me, and if they do watch a scary movie with me, they are afraid the entire night. That's when I mess with them.
Yeah. And then that's whenever they're security to you. It's like they trust you, but they don't.
Yeah. They look at me all the time. They're like, they watch me from the corner of their eyes just to make sure Mama's not going to be playing any pranks on them or trying to scare them. I like having fun with them, you know. They're only going to be kids for so long, and then, you know, they're going to be out the door, and I won't have any opportunities to scare them, you know, until I'm old and I have grandkids or something.
Man, my daddy used to scare us all the time, and I'm going to tell you something I learned growing up, and he always said this. Everybody loves to be scared.
Yeah.
And you know what? We really do. Whether we like it or not, we still like it.
We do, because it taps into a different emotion that we're not normally... You know, everybody on a daily basis is afraid of something. They're afraid they can't pay their bills. They're afraid that, you know, somebody's going to die, or, you know, that you have your fear of you're going to die type thing, or, you know, just everyday living stuff. But fear, I mean, true fear of the unknown, of what to, you know, you just don't know what's going to happen, especially when it's something horror related or scary related.
And you know what's really cool though is whenever you put enough fear in someone, all the places that it tap into just on a different level.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious, because things start happening that they sense or pick up on that's not the norm for them.
Yeah.
they start hearing things that they didn't normally hear. Yeah. So it makes you think, was it really fear, or was it really something that they needed to tap into?
Yeah.
So it's just cool. I love it. And so, I mean, I just always grew up with a dark side about me that is not very, dark at all. It's fun. Yeah. It's imaginative.
Yeah, same thing with me.
It's magical, but I'm not saying imaginative in a way, but it puts out the right amount of imagination for even the real parts of it, but not even imagination like in making it up. I'm talking like real, daydreaming type experiences that are cool.
Yeah. With me, as far as the fear goes, like the only thing I really fear is people.
Right?
People scare the shit out of me. They really do. I could care less. Ghosts don't scare me. I ghost hunt, so I'm all in it. I go into places. It doesn't bother me. Things like that don't bother me. Being in a dark room alone doesn't bother me. Things like that would normally bother other people don't bother me. What bothers me is people.
Right? I know, I'm with you, because I'm really, I'm sociable, but then again, I'm just enough sociable. I'm kind of a keeping to myself kind of gal. I mean, I am a creepy girl. It's not the unknown that bothers me. It's the real ones that I worry about.
Yeah, those are the ones, you ain't got to worry about monsters, coming out from under your bed.
I should say real ones. I should correct myself. It's the alive ones I should
worry
about.
Exactly.
I can go to a graveyard and be at peace, but then I can go into Walmart and be in hell. I don't know. It's just odd.
No, it's true, because it's the weirdo down the street that you got to look out for. The one who's going to break into your house and kill you and shoot you or stab you or whatever it is.
Exactly, because I had a nut when I first moved over here where I'm at now, about 8 years ago, beating on my front door after we had just moved in with paisley boxer shorts and tube socks on, talking about, Jennifer, get your ass out here. I thought, so I go to the door. Next thing I know, I got the gun up to the window saying, you got to the count of 3. Honey, I didn't even get to 3. I was like Medea out on the front porch shooting my gun. They're bailing out on the back of the truck. I'm telling you don't mess with any Oakley out here in the city, y'all. I don't care. Y'all ain't from listen, people don't know me, but I'm out from the stick. I grew up out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm telling you one thing, it ain't nothing but a G-thing baby, because this country girl will shoot. I'm telling you, listen, I had a dog get up on my front porch, sound like somebody was just breaking in, knock over this big old planter with the plant in it, and I go out shooting and raising hell like, some wild cowgirl or something, just pew, pew, pew. And next thing I know, it was a dog, and he stopped and looked at me like, really, lady? I said, get on my porch one more damn time.
Oh, man. I still can't believe you went there with ain't nothing but a G thing.
Right? Yeah.
Gangster Dolly.
Everybody's ghettos are different.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in the country ghettos, the city ghettos, whatever. Everybody's got a ghetto, so just beware.
And that's so true. Everybody's got a ghetto.
I don't care how proper you are and how nice your McDonald's is. there are times at some drive-through somewhere you're just driving off gigging and they're gigging you back.
Stop hating on my McDonald's, Dolly.
I'm not. I'm just going to come down there and go to it because I want to experience it.
What happened was, guys, I went to McDonald's talking with Dolly. She heard the entire transaction from the moment that the lady said, hello, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you? Dolly goes, she said hello?
Yeah. Exactly. I was like, are you serious?
And then, so I placed my order, and usually I ask for cream and sugar, and I did not. So I get to the window, she politely says, okay, drive around to the second window. So I drive to the second window, and she greets me as soon as I get to the window, and she looks at me, she goes, did you want cream and sugar? And I was like, yes, of course I do. Make that shit light and sweet.
Yeah, she was like light and sweet. I said, what? What? You order, they know exactly what light and sweet mean? That's like when we're getting proper at the Starbucks, I feel like that we're all high and mighty. That we know exactly how we want our latte, mocha, cappuccino, whatever it is that we getting. Whether it be a mente, verde, large, grande, whatever. We know how you practice it before you walk into a Starbucks. Don't lie, people. I know you do. and you know why you get the same thing every time?
Yep.
Because you don't know how to order nothing else there.
That's how I am. You know what? I get one thing from there. And I used to work where there was a Starbucks, so I'm familiar with the different drinks. However, I only like one of them. And when I go there, I order a venti caramel macchiato with extra caramel. That's what I get.
There's a professional Starbucks speaker, y'all. She's got hers down pat. Have you got yours down pat? Because before you go, you better rehearse it. Just make sure you get it out right. Because if you mess up in a Starbucks, they gonna look at you like you a damn nut.
You know what? They do that at Pat's down in Pennsylvania. You go to order a Pat's Philly cheesesteak sandwich. You better know what you're going to order before you get to that window because they're going to yell at you.
Yeah.
They will scream at you.
That's what I'm going to experience. That's real New York style right there. What's happening? Maybe y'all are getting all the Southerners and we're getting all the Northerners and we're trading spots or something. I'm coming to New York. I'm coming to New York to live.
You should.
You know what? And I've got a haunt buddy down there too, John Killer Jason. I hope he's listening because he's really killer, man. He's become a good friend of mine, and he's just really cool. He plays Jason at his haunt, and John Lagur, Lagur, I believe is how he spells it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, he's also known as like John Killer Jason, and he plays Jason at his haunt. He's just a killer person. He's a great haunt buddy and haunt brother. He's just kick ass. I love him.
That is awesome. Yeah, if you ever come up here, we're going to go to a haunt together.
Yes, a real one.
A real one, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about going to this horror convention that they have going on. I think I want to say it's like July.
That's my birthday month. I got to come back to that.
July or August, something like that.
You know what? We could we could rent a space and vend up there and like promote and vend. It would be so cool.
That would be really neat. You could bring the dollies.
Right. And still do the photographs and do the, dolly picture, like raffling off a doll type deal. It'd be fun.
That would be really cool. I'll have to look into it and let you know what I find out and when it is and stuff like that. We can discuss that all later, but that would be something really neat. I've always wanted to go to a horror convention, and like I said, my kids and stuff, they aren't into that. So,
well, I can also find out on my end too, because if it's a Mad Monster party, I've got some links into that because of the owner at the mill.
Right.
He's all involved with Mad Monster Party. So I was just at this last one that was here in Charlotte, North Carolina, vending and promoting the dollies up there. They're really cool conventions. You'd love it.
Oh, I'm sure I would. I'm all about it. I absolutely would. I can't wait.
Yeah, because see, I actually got to meet Gunnar Hansen. I walked up to his table and showed him the Leatherface dolly that I made. Mm-hmm. And he was so cool with it. I mean, Gunnar Hansen's a really cool dude. And he was just in awe. He thought the doll was brilliant, and he actually held the doll, and he was just within a hair of signing it for me. And his manager spoke up and said that'd be $40. And I'm like, oh my God, he was just about to sign it. Why did you have to say anything? Mm-hmm. Because I was just like, well, okay, I'll come back. I was wanting to steal the dolly with the signature, but they didn't want to go that route, or the manager at least didn't want to go that route. So anyway, I've still got him. I think I know who he's meant for. They just haven't committed to him yet, and he's just waiting.
Aww.
But they've got a little wedding to pay for, so I totally understand that. But I think he's going to wait around for it because, he's caught a lot of attention. A lot of people are interested in him. Mm-hmm. But I just know who he's meant for. Chuck Loy. And Lisa Deese Loy. Leatherface is going to come to y'all.
Ooh. Man.
I just know that's who he's meant for, because they actually have saw him in person. That's where I met this couple at, was at Mad Monster Party in Charlotte, and they fell in love with him. And they kept coming back to the table to see if he was gone yet, And I could see that attraction in that pool. I know where he's going. He's just waiting on the right time for them and how everything pans out. You know, her daughters, you know, with both of their daughters getting married, and you know, there's expenses that you have to pay out, man, whenever you got a wedding and all kinds of stuff going on, you know, and to keep up everyday life too.
Oh yeah.
I get it, dude. I do it too.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think he's meant for. It's not even a question. It's just I'm just holding him. He's on my way. Actually, he's being on display. He gets a lot of attention. He's at an antique shop that I've got some of my dollies displayed at it, the Mad Hatter's Antique Shop over in Gastonia, North Carolina, where just lovely Gloria allows me to, you know, display and sell my dolls up there. So it's just been a really cool connection with that. And she says she at least has one person a day come by taking pictures of my doll. That's just at least one person. But every day there's people taking pictures of the dollies up there.
That's because they're so unique.
No, it's different. Yeah, it's different.
They are unlike anything else, you know? Like I told you, you opened up my eyes to a world of dolls that I've never been interested in dolls. Like I told you before, even when I was a little girl, I didn't play with Barbie dolls. Actually, my little sister had Barbie dolls, and I'd rip their heads off and flush them down the toilet.
I've always been a dolly girl.
That's what I did with dolls.
I was just as much a sweet as pie little girl as I was a tomboy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been a dolly girl. I've still got vintage Barbies of my own, vintage dolls of my own that are put away, but they were mine whenever I was little. And you know, just always been that little girly side of me. But I've always been a real tomboy too. You know, I'm not like a prissy girl by no means. As far as whenever I'm, you know, just. Well, even in dolly mode, I'm just not a prissy girl.
Right.
As far as when it comes to myself, I mean, I'm not the type that dresses up and has to be in the designer clothes. I mean, y'all are lucky if I get some, you know, hobo-looking flip-flops, a gypsy-looking skirt, and a black tank top, and an army jacket around me, and I am dressed. Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, I just, you know, and I got stone jewelry all over me. I know I don't fit in the crowd, but I don't care.
Yeah. You know what? I tell everybody, I was like, you know, especially with me, I'm not out to impress anybody. I do what I do, and I wear what I wear, which in a perfect world, I would not wear anything. I hate having clothes. I'm telling you what, I hate having clothes on my body. I really do. I feel so constricted all the time.
I know.
It makes me want to move to a nudist colony.
Well, it's going to be the Dolly Nudist Colony, y'all. Who wants to join? Yep, we just roll like that. with Doritos and wasabi chips, of course.
Yes. Each person who signs up to come to Dolly's nude community will receive upon arrival and membership a bag of Doritos and a bag of wasabi chips, Lay's wasabi chips.
Yeah.
That's what you get for signing up.
And a dolly, you know, you can we'll also maybe do some dolly action. Like some of my dollies are big as the dolly. That's the only dress thing you see there. Even they may go nude. I don't know.
How neat would that be?
Because I do have this one porcelain girl that's all porcelain, and I thought about doing a paint job with her, like a skeletal system type paint job.
Ooh.
It'd be cool.
That, just the idea of it sounds like it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
So you hand paint what kind of tools do you use to get the effects that you use on these dolls? Because some of them look like, you know, like, I don't know, like maybe sponged, or, you know, like when you do the dark stuff around the eye, like, what kind of techniques and stuff do you use?
It's all hand brush. I just use acrylic paint, cheap brushes that I feel comfortable with, that I found were the best ones, because I was buying expensive brushes at one time thinking, well, they'll last longer, and really they don't. Yeah. Because I am, like, I tear up a paintbrush, man. Right. And I get my favorite ones. I can get several packs of just those one kinds just to get that one brush out of it. And it's I just usually get the Walmart brushes. And even like with the really tiny brushes that I need to get, I tear them up because I do so much hand paint with dry brushing, but it's all wrist action. I don't sponge or whatever, or even I don't use templates or nothing like that. I just put it on there, and I don't premeditate how I'm going to paint a doll. I just do it, and that's how it turns out. Because sometimes I may be on a darker horror side than I am a more spiritual painting side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I've noticed the difference between some of them. I've noticed, like, for instance, you have a picture of one of the little Indian dolls that you did. She looks more spirited than she does scary or, anything along those lines. She really looks like, a spirited little Indian girl. And the way that she's picked up is just amazing.
The Indians are very special. Mm-hmm. I don't paint, when I paint an Indian doll, I always have a draw to natural Indian war paint. Mm-hmm. I don't Google that stuff. I don't try to get war paint images off of the internet. I don't copy it. I just paint them as the Indian. And all of my dolls, though, but even the Indians, they're all painted from head to toe. Their arms, their legs, everything's painted. But on an Indian doll, you'll see where the markings are all over the doll. And whenever I look back at them, and just examined them after I'm done painting them, I'm like, those are element signs. Those are protection signs. It's amazing how it just naturally channels out onto the Indian doll.
It is. And this particular one is just absolute. People, you have to go to Dolly's website or her Facebook page and just check out some of these dolls. They are just, you will never look at a porcelain doll the same way again. I guarantee it.
Thank you. But whenever I do it, it's DOLLY_S and then DOLLIES.
Yes.
So make sure to put in Dolly's with the apostrophe S and IES with the second Dolly's.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make sure that we share the link to your page and everything so that the listeners have all that information in the event page. They can go to it and give you a like. And
the more likes I get, I feel smoky sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I do a free giveaway. All I ask them to do is pay for the shipping, but if they're chosen, then they get a free dolly.
There you go. So go to Dolly's and click her like button, and you never know when she's starting to feel in the mood to spontaneously give one of her dollies away, which it's an honor to have one of her dolls because you really do see the time and effort and energy that is put into her dolls.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I feel spanky real soft, but when I see more people that's, it's not just a friend request, it's the likes to my page. And then, because I know that's exactly what they're focusing on is the dollies and just getting a new respect for them. So whenever I see more likes to my page, I'm just like,
Yeah. But see, when people get your dolls, they're not just getting a doll that looks cool. They're also getting like a piece of you because you're, and that's really neat. How often do you get a piece of somebody's energy, that was put into something? It's not very often.
No, you sure don't. Not true. Not pure energy. You get manufactured energy. You know, it's just like coming off of the press. This right here is coming straight out of my heart. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Because, it's just like with every one of the dollies that I create, I have a connection with them. I have a bond with them because it's exactly just emotion poured into it. And, like, I just got an attachment to each of them that I've done. I look back at my pictures sometimes and I'm like, oh, man, I miss that dolly, and just remember how cool it was painting it, and I'll start researching synced photos just to see if I can find the before shot. Mm-hmm. And whenever I do, and I know who's, adopted the dolls, and I try to send them before pictures as I find them, and just be like, oh, here was your dolly before, I just found the picture, and, just to keep them up to date if I come across something that's cool.
Right.
Or if I ever took a photo shoot with their dolly, I try to find those pictures and send to them, too.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, because some of them I choose to do little photo shoots with, and then after they're adopted, they could be like, oh, Dolly did a photo shoot with my dolly before, it's really cool, too.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I just heard air. Like, what happened? Where did we go?
That's what I heard, too. It was like I heard a click. And it almost sounded like there was just nothing else there. And I was like, wait a minute, did we just get disconnected? Please tell me we didn't just get disconnected.
That was weird. Is everybody else still there? I'm over here. Stop it,
You tell him he better behave.
Yeah, you tell him.
I'm going to tell him, Mr. Screepy, you better behave.
Behave? Okay. No, you don't know what kind of behavior you might get out. He might take that in a whole different way. Just wait for it.
I love it. Just wait for it.
Yeah, I'm serious. He's coming, and he's coming with a vengeance and an attitude and a personality that is going to societal, and it's going to go bonkers. I'm telling you, you're having a lot of fun.
I'm sure I will. I'm spunky too. Spunky and spontaneous. So
ain't it cool? Ain't it cool how you saw him and y'all connected?
It is. Like I told you before, I never had anything unless it was like a Chucky doll or the clown that I had from Poltergeist, my It clown, my Pennywise clown, things like that. Those were my dolls. and you know, anything clown, because I love my freaking crazy clown. So, but anything other than that, I never really had a connection with. And even like the dolls that aren't clowns, before I even saw your clowns, I was like, wow.
Man, you know what? Every clown out there that's on my Facebook that knows that you love clowns are going to love you.
And I do. I love every single one of them.
I've got a lot of clown friends, and they're really cool. They got some cool stuff going on. And I just like watching their posts and everything. So they'll really dig you. They might play with you for a little bit. Yeah, I can see this happening now. It's going to be fun. Get her, clown.
I can't wait. I really can't. I'm very excited to have something that you put your energy into. It really means a lot to me.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. The clown I was wanting you to look at that I created, my first one, her name is Killer Clown, Carrie Killer Clown. It's like a Crystal, no, Kelly the Killer Clown.
Kelly the Killer Clown.
Yeah, because I just looked at your name and it started with a K. Hers started with a K.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's my middle name. Duh. So anyway, I was just like, what is that clown's name? Oh, yeah, it's my middle name, and it also starts with K, like Crystal. Yeah. I'm not always dense, but when I am,
I'm gonna totally make a meme for you. You need to take a picture of you doing the whole Dos Equis guy pose.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make a meme for you, and it's gonna say, "I'm not always dense, but when I am, I'm like dark matter."
Yeah. Or well, I'm not always dense, but when I am, I forget my middle name.
There you go. Something. Where in the hell did dark matter come from?
I don't know.
I don't even think I don't even think that's something I could have said that was dense. I'm probably gonna have a whole bunch of scientists be like, that's false.
Yeah, wait for it. We'll get another show going on a whole different subject for that. Yeah, we are dimensional jumping now, people.
Yes, indeed. And you know what? I can't wait, because you and I need to talk to these people about what we were talking about the other night about, and Jim too. You know, we're all kind of getting into this whole different dimensional thing that's going on, and the different realms.
Yeah. You know what would be cool is if we got on a three-way discussion on like a forum style talk one night with just us three, really kind of going there and giving the different vibes and the different, takes on it.
Absolutely.
And even how those correspond into an agreement, or just, where everyone feels comfortable with how we all think. It would give so many different perspectives on the view of the whole dimensional or layered type spiritual realms,
Yeah, absolutely.
And exactly, how we face it daily.
Yeah. And especially because that's something that happens on a daily basis to... I don't know if it happens every day for you, but it happens to me quite often,
okay. You don't know that it happens every day for me?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true. We did discuss that. It does happen every day.
Oh, my gosh.
It probably happens a few times a day.
Right. It's just all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just people that has never, that don't, I don't want to say understand it. It's just that they've not been taught or educated to understanding it, so it's something that they don't know about.
Right.
And it's okay. And being uneducated is within all of us. I'm not saying that anyone's stupid, because no one is. Everyone has their own point of life that they understand. But whenever you can trigger something to their thought, to seeing it in a different view, or at least hearing you, then it still puts that out there.
Yeah.
for them to start experiencing maybe their walk of life in a better way.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. And, like we talked about before, the whole point of a lot of this stuff is to educate people and to open up minds to the idea of different things, because nobody's forcing anything on anybody, but maybe not just be so blind to it. Maybe just comprehend that there is something beyond what you see on a daily basis as being real.
Right. It's just, get people out of comfort zone. It's been like that with the spirited vessels and people that I have messaging me asking questions about spirited dolls and things like that. It's just, it's not if you believe or not. It's just understanding that it could possibly be.
Right. But the thing is that the people with the mindset that are into your dolls are already open-minded to the fact that they believe that, something is spirited within this doll, and that they are getting something that isn't just a piece of porcelain, but something that has energy and personality and traits, and so much so that when I look at some of these pictures, if I look at them long enough, it looks like their faces change. I can see different expressions on them. I'll look at one, it looks one way, and if I look at it again later on, it looks different.
Yeah, they tend to do that at times. It's just the different angles. I'm just thinking, but it's just because.
But the point is that you're in your mind. This is what you believe, that this is something that's spirited and it's got this energy. So if you're open to it, then you can accept what these dolls mean to people and what they're meant for, what their purpose is.
Oh, exactly. Because I'm telling you now, there are people out there, doll collectors of spirited vessels, who really understand and feel and know each of these spirits that they adopt within those vessels. And this is what they do. That's what they buy spirited vessels, because that's what they want.
Yeah.
And it's not for a monkey dance show, for like a party, come over and watch my spirits talk to me kind of deal.
Right.
It's just because they know how to give them the companionship they need, and sometimes they're adopting those vessels because they know how to give that spirit the release it needs.
Right.
And it's just a precious thing, because they always have that connection with that spirit, because they have a trust built with it. And it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful partnership, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. I'm really excited that I get to be part of this whole experience and just have something like that. It really does mean a lot to me.
I'm so glad.
Especially because I'm not into the doll thing, and now, all of a sudden my eyes have been open to just a different concept of them. And it's because they are up my alley of, looking creepy and just being different. And so because of that, I'm more accepting to the fact that I'm going to have a freaking doll in my house.
Yeah. I love it. So now you're going to be the creepy dog girl.
I might, because I have absolutely fallen in love with a couple of them. So, as long as they're still around, and we'll see how Mr. Scooby does first.
Oh, yeah.
we'll see how that works out first. I'll start with one doll at a time. We'll see where it goes from there. I'm not making any promises, because, I'm not really a doll person, but your dolls are awesome.
Yeah, she'll have plenty of dolls in every room of her house. So, yeah. There'll be one in the kitchen. It'll be the kitchen dolly, the bathroom dolly.
Yeah, and then I won't have to take you to the bathroom when I go to the bathroom.
Your family's gonna freak out.
Nah, they'll be fine.
Actually, you know what would be cool is, even though they're kind of creeped out by things, you may find a different acceptance with how they accept it too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not worried about it. Like I said, my kids freaking they try to get into it, and they know how I am. They know that I like to scare them and freak them out every now and then. So this will just be another little playful thing that I get to do. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Man, I'm the same way with my kids and stuff. I mean, my kids embrace my creepiness. It's just lovely. Me and my kids have a good relationship, and I love them. They're cool, and they they think their mom's cool, and really I'm a nut. I'm just a doll nut, and
we're all nuts. We're all nuts. You're lying to yourself if you think you're normal. Ain't nobody normal.
I'm not kind of normal though, and I love it, man. I embrace it.
Yeah, I do too. Normal is boring.
Man, whatever that base normal is.
Well, whatever people consider to be normal, at least I would think would be kind of boring.
Yeah, it's kind of like having to rehearse that Starbucks coffee that you're about to order.
Yeah.
That's boring for me. I have to be random. I want to be the one that walks in Starbucks being like, now what was that one called again? The Grande, oh God, White Blanca, whatever. That's the one I want. They're like, excuse me.
You know what you need to do is just walk in and look at them, and then when they say, hi, can I take your order? And you just look at them and say, just make me whatever. Their mouths are going to be like, huh?
Yeah, and they're going to be like, well, do you want the hot coffee or
Surprise
the
me.
cold coffee?
Surprise me. Make me whatever your favorite is. Make me whatever your favorite is.
Are you allergic to milk, ma'am? I don't know. Surprise me. You tell me. Surprise me.
Surprise me. But have 911 on standby just in case there's some sort of allergic ingredient,
You know what? I am walking around right now. My dog got grounded today. And I'm going to tell you something. This is what made me think of it. Because he darted out the door, got to me sitting on the other road. I poured me some tea because I got thirsty. Anyway, I was like, he got to missing. He's down on another street in the neighborhood. And he's a little chihuahua. He's my baby. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Bucky got grounded from his playtime today. And he didn't like that too good. But anyway, that little turd has caused me to have, because I'm running out there barefooted on hot pavement, like, pavement little pieces getting in my feet. What happened? Anyway, I was like, now I've got a blister on the bottom of one of my feet, and I'm like, that little shit might be grounded again tomorrow just for this. I mean, it hurts. I need someone to help me.
You took off down the street barefooted?
Man, he'd be skirting. No, I was barefooted running after my dog because I was about to have a heart attack. If something happened to Bucky, I don't know what would happen to me.
Somebody needs to pay attention to your feet.
Yeah, it hurts.
Make sure you soak it. You got to soak it. Soak it in some Epsom salt. Or something.
Epsom salt salts everything, honey.
It does, especially the lavender one. I tell you what, I have a big bag of it. I get that from Wally World. I get a big bag of lavender Epsom salt. On days where my muscles are all tired and achy and sore, I just pour that in a bath, a nice hot bath, and just soak.
Yeah, it's just, you have to get Epsom salt every time you go to Walmart anyway, because you're going home taking Xanaxes and trying to relax from a stressful event.
You have to go to Walmart to buy your stress relief from having to shop at Walmart.
Exactly, man. And that's why you're up there at the pharmacy picking up that Xanax prescription. Don't lie, people. We know. We totally understand.
Xanax taken
but
for
you know what?
Walmart
If
trips.
you do some other preparation before you go to Walmart, you can save yourself from all of that. But still grab the Epsom salt. It's good for you.
Oh yeah.
But if there's self-preparation that you can do and that you partake of when you go to Walmart, it makes your experience much more lovely. I'm just saying.
You know it's bad when you got to meditate. Take a couple Advil and a shot of tequila before you go to your local Walmart.
I ain't doing all that. I'm just like riding down the road with this thing called a pipe. But anyway. Anyway, we won't talk about that. Save it for another time.
We'll talk about that off air.
Definitely, probably so. But anyway, I like to smoke my tobacco out of a pipe. I'm just talking about cigarettes. I don't know what it is y'all are thinking. Gosh, I'm just talking about my smoke. I have to smoke about 10 damn cigarettes before I go to Walmart. That's all I was saying. Take y'all's mind off of that 420 twin. I know what y'all thinking. Bad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, people, come on.
Right?
There's a lot of deep thinkers out there. They know. They just know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, Dolly, this coffee is freaking amazing. This lady put like magic rainbows and stuff in here.
Yeah, well, you know what I said earlier. I won't say it on air.
It's like unicorn piss.
I said the F you while ago. And then I also said F your McDonald's. bragging. I don't even have no coffee. I'm out, and I don't feel like going nowhere to get it.
Well, like I said, I was gonna go up to the Fast Track and get one because they have all these different flavors and everything of coffee. But then I was like, nah, I'm feeling really lazy. So there was McDonald's, and we have a 24-hour drive-through. But
are you special?
You guys don't have a 24-hour drive-through down there?
Yeah, and it still sucks. It sucks 24 hours a day around here.
See, you need to come to New York.
I know. And it's like, we have the double drive-through. Do y'all have the double drive-through where you're getting in the traffic jam at McDonald's?
Yes. I don't freaking understand that thing. It's a system that just doesn't work in my eyes. Because you got, I've sat behind cars who are at that first order window, and I'm done with my order, but I still got to wait for them to get their order done so they can move up so I can move up. And then I'm at the point where I'm at the first order box, and the lady's like, hi, can I take your order? I'm like, no, I just took my order. Yes, I just placed my order.
I hate that.
I do too. And so you end up sitting at the first box. And it's like, what's the point? If I just...
No, honey. Have y'all not got this kind where it's a double drive-through? Like, there's a speaker over here, and then you got a double lane.
No. Ours is one lane with 2 speakers in it.
We've got those too. Those were old school. Now we got the double lane. Like, we're shooting them out of the gates, man.
See, that would be fine if there was another lane with another speaker box there. But it's one lane. There's a speaker box when you first pull up, and if you pull up a little bit more, there's another one.
Yeah.
It would be different and make more sense if they had a separate lane with a speaker box, because then 2 cars could be ordering at the same time, and they would, yield into one lane to pay and pick up the order.
Oh, not around here, honey. We don't yield. No, at your McDonald's, I can see that shit happening, but around here, in this ghetto, they are just like cussing each other out about who gets to go first. I placed my order first. I mean, they're already mad because they had to get the McDonald's attendant just to speak to them after 3 times of saying hello. Knowing that you really don't want to drink that large Coke you just ordered, they probably spit in it.
Oh Lord. It's so funny. I miss down south. I really do. I miss the southernness. I miss the fast food places that they have down there.
Yeah.
I really do. And I'm not big on fast food, to be honest with you. Like the McDonald's, I very rarely order anything but a coffee or maybe one of their ice cream cones or something like that. I try not to order any of their food. I really don't like their stuff. But
she's all about the Doritos, people.
I'm all about the Doritos. I'm about Doritos. I'm about, what I love? Which we're finally getting one up here in our area. It's still like a 25-minute drive to get to one, or it might even be longer than that. But we are getting a Sonic in this area. But down south, when I lived down south, there were Sonics everywhere. That was like the thing. Man. And I miss my Sonics. I miss my happy hour slushies.
That's what I'm talking about. Aren't those so good?
My cherry limeade slushie.
That's one I like too.
I freaking love it. And during happy hour, when it's But yeah, we don't have anything like that up here. We're stuck with the stupid fast food places that don't have this. I don't know. It just makes me mad, people. It makes me mad.
I know. I'm right there with you because McDonald's is like the quickest thing to go to. But it's just so much stressful. And sometimes I do go to the Sonic, and now that you remind me of that, I keep forgetting sometimes that they have a happy hour. But you can get like those large slushies that are just delicious
for $1. $1, yes. $1, you get that large cherry limeade slushie, and it has a piece of lime and it has a cherry in it.
Man, yeah, they hook it up.
They do. And you know what else I miss? I miss Checkers. We don't have Checkers up here.
We don't have very many of those left.
They're all over the place down in Florida.
I guess Florida took them all because we don't have very many left.
Really? Oh, but their fries, Checkers fries are the best. I love Checkers fries.
Man, yeah, Checkers was the bomb.
I love it.
Did you ever go to those Hot and Now burger joints?
No. We had a Steak and Shake down in Daytona, which is somewhat like that, but we didn't actually have any of the franchise stuff there.
Yeah. But those type are pretty cool. I like those.
I like those too. And you know, I'm very big on the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. I love those and their waffle fries.
Man, I'm going to tell you something about Chick-fil-A. That's where we have to go get our niceness from. Because they are so super fake nice. It's just like, if we can get it fake, we'll take it any way we can get it. Just, kiss me first, I guess.
Yeah.
And they do. Chick-fil-A is so nice. I mean, they kiss you as soon as you roll up, and they're saying, "Hi, can I take your order? Pleasure to serve you," whatever, and you're like, "Oh my God."
Yeah. You almost see, this is a restaurant that has you tied in, because listen, when you pull up to this place to order food at Chick-fil-A and they make you feel bad for being mean,
yeah,
or in a rush, because they talk slowly, they talk politely, and you're just like, just give me my freaking food.
I know, right?
And then you feel bad, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, they're still nice, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You can sit there and yell at them, and they're just going to look at you and smile.
Exactly.
Because that's how they're trained.
And they still say my pleasure, and you're like, I made your experience of work today hell, and it's your pleasure. God. I mean, I just give it up for Chick-fil-A, that aspect of it. They got their customer service down pat.
Yeah, they do. You got to hand it to them. They really do have that down pat. And you know what's funny is they do say my pleasure, and that made me think of something. I used to work for a place, and we used to have to end our phone conversations in my pleasure.
Yeah.
People, you don't want to know what my pleasure is.
Right. That's good right there with you. And be like, oh, it's my pleasure. And now whenever I talk to people on Facebook, I'm just going to say it's my pleasure.
Yeah, and I felt really weird, especially when I was talking to a very elderly man, and I'm like, my pleasure. It just never felt right, but
you made that elderly man feel good, baby. Don't worry about it.
It's like, how do you make my pleasure sound robotic so that it doesn't sound anything sexual? Well, the word pleasure is a very dynamic word in itself. It means pleasure.
Right. So
how do you make it?
Chick-fil-A.
You know what?
They just go to Chick-fil-A for shit the giggles then, because they are really digging that.
You know what I'm going to have to do next time I say my pleasure? I'm going to have to pretend like I'm a robot, just so I can say
my pleasure.
My pleasure. It has been my pleasure to service you.
To service you.
Okay. Maybe service wasn't the right word. Let me redo that.
No, don't redo it.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
It has been my pleasure to help you. There.
Help me what, sweetheart? What did you help Big Daddy do?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I am totally going to do that at some point. I'm going to say, it has been my pleasure to service you.
Man, you know what? We're just, everything from now on, here on out, with us is my pleasure.
You know what? I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying thank you, my pleasure. See? Even just saying it makes it sound all sexual. I'm not trying to be sexual. All right.
Yeah, we know.
My pleasure.
We know. Yeah, we know. That still sounds good.
If I throw like an F-bomb or an S-bomb in there, it might sound less sexy.
No, it doesn't.
It would still sound sexy?
It sounds like that dominatrix sexy. They're like, yeah, she just took control.
Damn it.
Yeah, you can't do it. It's just, like when they say, well, thank you, ma'am. And you're like, my pleasure. And they're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, it has been. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just imagine what's going on. Yeah.
Maybe, I do this really weird voice, so maybe I'll just do it in a weird voice, like, it's been my pleasure, like...
And then you're that, like, housewife kind of, think to them of where they, like, the housewife is the bouncy, cheerful soccer mom that really turns into this seductive, my pleasure kind of woman, behind closed doors. They've got that whole imagination going on. Don't even go there.
Uh-huh. Those are the ones you need to worry about.
That's the people we're talking about.
That's what you need to worry about, is those ones right there, because they're the anybody who is secretive and in the closet about their like sexuality and what their deepest desires are. Those are the freaks.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you get and you're just like,
Yeah, I had a dude ask me one time if I was into bondage, and I said, "Well, are you?"
What?
Because then I just pulled Dark Dolly out, and I was like, "Yeah, we can go somewhere with this."
I just want to play with your dead corpse. Hello.
Right? Yeah, let me chain you up first. I'll leave you there a while. You'll be begging Mama to come back to you.
Oh.
I mean, don't go there with me, people. Don't go there with me.
That's a character.
I'll have you scared to go to sleep at night thinking Dolly's going to come and chain you up.
You know what? Some of them might actually get a kick out of that.
Well, they'll get a kick out of substance.
You know what I'm going to do is... That might be something I can't say out loud. I'm going to keep that thought process to myself for now, and I'll tell you about it later. Because I just had a really perverse, deep, dark thought.
Ooh, and I get to hear it all by myself, people.
Yes, you do. Ooh,
we just use, what just happened? We use that shock collar on you because Crystal normally does not have any kind of filter. She would have already said it, but we have that secret button here that we're pressing. We got her a nice, very, very elegant bracelet that we use as our shock type device.
Yep.
So whenever she says something, we just smash that button and zap her back to just remind her, don't say that yet.
Yep. It's almost like, when I'm going to say something, you zap me. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Some things, it's just good it's good fun if we let some things come out, but not everything.
Exactly. I hate getting jolted, so I really do try to watch myself.
She's become very well trained. I recommend this for your spouse or your friends or even your children at times.
Yeah, we should mass produce the shock bracelets.
Yeah, and we can make them look very
elegant.
For it
won't even look like
female, child.
Yeah,
we can design them anyway.
Exactly. Do them with crystals and whatever else, or however anybody wants them. You can just kind of custom make them.
Yeah, just like hook us up. We'll hook y'all up, man, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. And you make it so that it's different settings.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. And then you could just, walk around and zap people when, if they're like me and just say things that probably shouldn't be said out loud.
I think this has to happen because it's very important to teach etiquette like this.
It is. It really is.
It builds character in a person.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Especially when you learn your limits.
Yeah, and then you know how much control you'd have over someone that's just, they need to change some ways about them. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, I don't want to go to rehab. No. I mean, don't press the button.
My thing is that I don't know. I wish I did have a better filter. I would probably be able to talk to. You know what? No, that's not even an issue.
Talking to
people is not an issue with me. It's just the whole. I see things in my head that I need to say, and they may be vulgar, they may be perverted, they may be whatever it is, but it needs to come out.
I know. I'm right there with you. It has to come out, and it's cool like that because I'm just like this. even if someone I know don't like me, I posted a meme the other day about it. I can just go sit right beside them and be like, "Hey, girl," because it don't bother me.
Yeah.
Or even people that like me, I can just make them feel like they're the most special person in the world because they are.
Yeah.
I'm just like that, and whatever I say, it's just what I say. Either you know how to handle it or you don't.
Yeah. And that's the thing is what comes out of your mouth, what comes out of my mouth, because it's nothing that's ever scripted. It's nothing that's pre-thought of or premeditated. You know that anything that comes out of my mouth is going to be pure honesty and absolution because there's no thought process behind what's coming out. It's just, It is what it is.
Exactly.
So suck it.
Hell yeah, you got a murder.
I mean a popsicle or a lollipop.
Right.
That's what I meant when I said that.
She might have pretended that she did, but she really did.
Suck a Dorito. I don't care.
Suck a Dorito.
Hey,
I just now was messing with my little poison box necklace and had some oils and stuff in it. Not anything bad, just some good oils. And they've all kind of evaporated out. I'm there like, I gotta fill it back up.
Oh.
Anyway.
Do you
so random.
Do you
so random. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the fun thing. We try to stick to like a topic, people, but when Dolly and I talk, there's no telling where this conversation is going to go. No. We are not promising that we're going to talk about dolls for 4 hours.
No, and we're also not responsible.
That's right. We are not responsible for anything that may come from this.
Let's just cover it with that whole word.
Anything
that comes out of this conversation, that comes into your ears, that echoes throughout your home, and Mr. Screepy coming to visit you. We're not responsible for that.
No, not at all. It's not our fault. We have no control.
No, we should have done some kind of disclaimer.
You know what I might do? I might end up putting like uncensored on the event so people know that there may be an S-bomb dropped in there, which I'm pretty sure that there was a few of them, which I do try to watch, and sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
But this particular show definitely needs to be uncensored. And it needs to be made aware that, it's adult content, which people, you shouldn't have children on your Facebook anyways.
I revolve around adult content. I'm going to say this. No, I'm not a pervert. No, I don't. It's not the industry I'm in. Whenever I'm acting in the haunt, do you know on my side of the haunt, it's 18 and up.
Yeah.
Because, I have 2 kids, teenage kids, 13 and 15. They wouldn't even be allowed on my side of the haunt because you don't ever know what you might hear.
Right.
People playing and picking around. There's nothing that's going on that shouldn't be.
Right.
But it's still adult fun. And there's cussing. And there's adult type language. And people just, saying things that are funny in adult type ways. So it's just like kids don't need to be around that. And so I just don't allow them on my side. You're not allowed, especially in the butcher's shop. Don't come in there.
Yeah.
I don't allow it. So even whenever we've had victims, they can't be 17 and under victims.
Yeah, and that makes sense. It really does, and just like, with our conversations, with any conversations, especially when you're having them with an adult, that's your time where you can, speak freely. Well, at least hopefully, I would hope that most people get to speak freely. Not as many people are as unfiltered as what I am, so I speak very freely, but because that's kind of your time where you can disconnect from having to talk with kids all day long and talk with an adult, and you kind of just are able to just let out whatever has been bottled up in your head for the day, and not worry about getting backlash about how proper you should be and all this other crap. Because I save that stuff for when it's time that I need to be in a proper situation. But
I don't like.
I save that for holiday parties. That's and visiting family or meeting people for the first time. You know, things like that. I try to
Yeah.
hold that politeness for those moments. Other than that, forget about it.
Man, you know what, though, Crystal? We didn't even meet on any kind of aspect of filter. That's just funny.
Yeah. No, there was absolutely no filter. I think from the get-go, within the first couple minutes, I'd probably just... It probably didn't even take a couple minutes. I'm pretty sure I just threw out a couple bombs on you right away.
Yeah, I was already there. And it's just, it don't bother me, though. I'm not offended by things, and adult talk is adult talk, and, I'm a big girl.
Yeah, I don't get offended by much either, because, nothing really bothers me. What bothers me is people who have hatred and point the finger and saying, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this. Well, you know what? You shouldn't be telling me what I should, what I can and can't do.
Right. No, I understand completely, because I'm like this. Cussing does not offend me.
Yeah.
But anyone that has to, feel like they can't cuss or say something, I'm like, what? Because it don't offend, because you're going to hear me. It don't offend me. It's not a language that I think, oh, you said a bad word. It's like normal adult talk, and whatever you do is whatever you do, however you talk is however you talk. I don't watch every word I say. I mean, I was going down the road cussing my dog out today. The neighbors all out on the porch, and they're probably up there praying for me.
There are other words that are worse than curse words, and those are words that are hatred words, and I'm sure everybody would know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention any of them, because I'm sure in the world and society that we all live in, we are subject to these words of hatred. Now, the words, curse words, are not hatred words. They're just words used in place of something else that you decide not to say.
Exactly. It's just slang. It's just slang terminology. It's
slang, and I don't take offense to it whatsoever, because it's nothing that's... I don't believe it's anything hatred, and it's not calling somebody something. It's just replacing a word with something more fun.
I think so too. So we promote cussing.
They're cuddly words.
Yeah, we got this one all kinds of places now. We're going to have this a whole cuss page where people will just come in there and just release and say every cuss word they want to.
Yes. You know what? That's a great idea.
Just to release.
Make a private group where we could just say whatever the heck we want, and nobody can comment. You just go in there and you're able to post whatever it is that you want to say to get off your mind, and nobody's allowed to comment on it, so that there's not going to be any, fighting back and forth about what people believe is right and wrong, and what you shouldn't say and what you should say. Even though we all know there are some things that shouldn't be said aloud, but for the most part, that would be, a good release.
Yeah,
one
I
of my
did, because,
things,
it's like, I could get on there and be the whole F this, F that, F everything I've done, blowing up, whatever, throwing things around and just ranting and raving. I might even make a video and post it. Who knows? Yeah, I see it.
That would be awesome.
Dolly Uncensored.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get it all now. Y'all just think.
That'd be a nice little section for you.
It would be, because I could really bring out some character stuff. Well, see, I got this new character that's coming out. Her name is Karen No More, and she is a crazy, crazy one more. I'm telling you what, she is the psychopath word girl that just busts loose. I'll wait till you see her. She's crazy.
Ooh, when do we get to see her?
Soon.
All right. I'm excited. I know you've got a photo shoot coming up, and you're going to be doing some crazy stuff with Dolly personalities. And is that what you're doing? You're doing Dolly personalities?
Well, it's okay. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It's not so much just for me. It's a photographer. He's with Optical Voodoo, King Johnson, and he's an amazing photographer. He's really, really cool. Does some really great, gothic or metal or horror style type photos. Really dark, and they're really beautiful. And he's just a badass. So anyway, we've been talking for a while. We're going to have lunch soon to discuss it, because we've got so many ideas and so many thought processes. Because I'm like, I've got the characters behind these different ideas that we're doing to match, to really bring out the look I think he's looking for.
Right.
And his pictures and exactly what I want to portray as a character. So it balances real well. And like last night, or this morning sometime, I think I woke up and messaged him and said, I just had a really cool thought, like near some water or something, even nighttime, a pond, a river, something. I don't care if it's a waterfall, some kind of water creepy picture.
What if are you able to, I just had a thought.
What's that?
I'll run it by you. What about some sort of creepy mermaid?
That's what I'm talking about.
How awesome would that be? Just do like some sort of sexy horror creepy mermaid doll. Like to make it actually look like the Little Mermaid. But what about you do like a creepy Little Mermaid?
Yeah, like the Witch Mermaid or something.
Yes.
Like a really dark mermaid witch.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I have to run that by him.
There you go. I mean, it's not, I don't think a mermaid would be too hard to do if you wanted to do something with the water, because...
No, because I could put, instead of like the shells around my boobs, I could put like skeleton faces.
Yeah, or just like, oh my gosh.
Some kind of bones or something,
Yes.
Make a bone bra.
Yes.
A boner bra.
That would be awesome. That would be so cool. Don't think
on that, people. Don't think on that.
They are.
I am too. But it would be cool, a boner mermaid type bra. And then, we could do like, it's limitless. And then like to make the tail, like if we wanted to look like there was coming out of the water, all we have to do is wrap like creepy cloth from my waist down.
Yeah. And
then do my feet, and then do like the fin in something really like bones as the fin too, like skeletal bones coming out of the feet part where it looks like the fin shaped skeletal part.
Yes. Yes.
And creepy cloth hanging off of the skeleton part of the fin.
And you could have like some sort of, at the Halloween shops, they have those crazy gloves that are like skeleton hands, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like these creepy things. Maybe something like, that, so that your fingers look, distorted and stuff too. And you know what I mean? Something like that.
I'm digging this. And when she could have so many different, we could do a metal look on her, like the corpse painted a face skeletal look,
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And I could do like a long hair. I could put, because mermaids have long hair, of course.
Yeah.
But of course, with this one being the type of different one, we could keep it with my short mohawk. It just depends, because I've got long wigs that I could put on to transform that character to make her look really seductive, but yet, ooh, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I think that's the way you should go with this one. If you wanted to do a water thing, it's the freaking mermaid thing. That would be awesome.
You know what would be cool is hold something in my hand and get it really flamed up to where I'm holding it, but you can't tell I'm holding anything in my hand. It just looks like flames coming out of the palms of my hand.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, like I'm holding a bubble of fire.
That would be really cool. That would be really cool. I'm already seeing this whole photo shoot take place. What else do you have planned for it?
What in the world went wrong with my dog?
I hear him.
He heard something on the porch. I think it was some cats. Hush. 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 He just came out of a cold sleep, just raising all kinds of cane.
Wow.
Yeah, right? So what was your question? Because he totally interrupted.
He did. I'm gonna stick Mr. Screepy on him. I was asking if what other characters do you have lined up to do the shoot with? Are you gonna do any of the ones that like your original ones, or are you planning all new things for this?
No. I mean, he has like ideas. It's just to bring out different perspectives of like the look that he's going for. Like,
okay, so it's his ideas.
Well, it's both of our ideas. Okay. I know what he's going to reach for. It won't be like my traditional Dolly, but he wants to do a Dolly style shoot for one of them, and then also doing like some darker style things, like into the more metal look or dark horror style. It's gonna be cool. We've got so many ideas to still talk about, and just to get there, because it's just limitless where we first thought to where we're going with it now. And he's just an amazing photographer that I think this is going to be right at both of our alley. It's going to be fun for both of them.
Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait to see it. I'm working on ideas for my next photo shoot too. Jim was talking about how we both need to get some new photos done. And
definitely.
he posted a contest. I figured more people would give ideas about cool ass photo shoots for me to do, but there's not that many people commenting on what they want me to do.
Oh,
I think a lot of them because a lot of them don't want to say what kind of photos they would want me to do.
Oh, yeah, we could say, it'd be cool is like with you doing like the paranormal side of things, and you do ghost hunts for people.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it in settings where you're in really creepy places.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe like just the whole aspect of if you have a candle and you're like sitting Indian style behind the candle and just taking really cool looking shots with even a fire behind you or something, where a Ouija board with you or something, like you're connecting with them looking, just anything would be so cool.
Well, I know that Jim has some ideas in his mind for me, and we've discussed it. So, I have an idea of where I want to do one of them. But another idea I had is, I wish my tarantulas were a little bigger. They're still, they're only on their, like, 4th and 5th molt, so they're still kind of small. But I know this one guy who does, like, snakes, and he has access to spider stuff. What I really want to do is be able to get, like, I wish my aviculary versicolors were bigger, because they're this crazy blue color, and I would want to put them on like my tongue, like do like crazy makeup and really cool lips, and just have him like hanging out on my tongue, and just like, you know what I mean, like I see things with snakes, because I love snakes as well. Anything creepy crawly I really like, except for roaches. Can't do roaches.
Right.
Keep them things away from me. I can't stand those. But yeah, so I want to do something with tarantulas where I can have them like on my face, or just kind of crawling all over me. And I want to do snakes. Cool. Yeah, I want to do some snakes, and so I kind of want to do that. And there's an idea also that, like I said, Jim has been talking to me about. I really don't want to say anything about that though, because that might be something.
Yeah, save that.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that one. I don't want to say anything about that one, because it's his idea, and I don't want, like, if he wants it to be a really cool thing, I don't want to say anything that would ruin it.
No. That's basically how I'm doing with this, because I know the conversations me and King has had, and the outlook that he has for the photography that he wants to do, and the whole character that I bring to the table, with how each personality that I have can also mirror image what he's wanting to do, how it just fits perfectly together.
Right.
Although I won't be the typical character, that it's not a character-based photo shoot, but it's still that personality of different characters that I've got that he's going to be bringing out in his photos. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him. I really can't see all these different characters and stuff.
I'm ready to do it. I'm just ready to, like, let's do this. It's going to be so fucking cool. I'm sorry. It's going to be so cool.
Doritos.
It's creepy.
I'm going to have to listen to this and try to go back and put Screepy or Doritos in there somewhere.
Yeah, you'll have a lot of that.
See, that's why I'm saying it just needs to be you know what I'll do is, I'll let Jim go through it.
No, he'll edit out too much.
Nah. He'll just take out what needs to be taken out. Or he might just leave it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If we put a disclaimer up, though, and we put, uncensored, then people would automatically assume that there's going to be some bombs thrown out there, and,
Yeah.
then they'll know what to expect, and we still have, time, so we'll do that.
We could do a verbal, like, recording, like Screepy do the disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
In a real professional way, Screepy voice, when the disclaimer, before the broadcast starts, and then that way people have heard it and read it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on with my... Yeah, my computer hates me today.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's recording. It's hating my guts. It, like, froze for a minute, and I'm hoping that it didn't freeze any of what we were just talking about out. It doesn't look like it did, but whatever.
That happened last night because the phones kept... It was so weird.
It is. It's like anytime you and I talk, our electronics go funky.
I know, it's so weird.
It's like we're draining the energy right out of them. But we need to, because you know what? We're both night owls.
Yeah, definitely that. People message me, you stay up all night. Well, yeah, but I sleep in patterns throughout the day.
Yeah. And see, with me, I won't go to bed till about sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll sleep for a couple hours, if even that, because I get up, to wake up my kids for school at 6:30. So sometimes I get like an hour sleep. I'll stay up almost all day long. Now today, I actually took a nap.
Yeah, I did too.
I took a nap. So, and you know what? I dreamt about Mr. Screepy.
Really?
I did. And it was only briefly. And it was just that I saw him sitting at the end of my bed. And then that was it. And then it just changed to something else.
Oh, my. Y'all already got some kind of weird connection going on.
But I told you, I love my Screepy clowns. I really, really, really love Screepy clowns.
Well, he loves you because I'm up here on my couch now. I'm looking over there at my dolly desk, and I had him positioned a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember moving him, but anyway, I'm over here on the couch, and he's facing in my direction now. Looking straight at me.
He's saying, send me to my crystal.
Yeah, but I got to get the Dorito bag first. I have to wait a minute.
Oh, I'll wait. I'll wait for Mr. Screepy.
He wants to bring you something special.
I can't wait. You're so creative. You're so creative. You're a Ouija doll. I noticed that the planchette is a guitar pick.
Yeah, I made it. It was a guitar pick. I thought, what's the dolly size planchette? And I just had a problem with making it out of clay. I just thought, that's just too heavy. And, I didn't like the bulkiness of it. And so I thought, you know what? I've got a guitar pick, like some earrings or something that I bought, never wore. I just got them because I thought they were cool. I can use them for something, I thought. So anyway, they're these Fender guitar pick earrings. And so I got one of those guitar picks off, and it already had the hole for the necklace to go around her neck. And so I thought, I'll just burn a hole in and put me a little piece of plastic on the back for the mirror part and just make a little planchette for her like that. So her planchette's a Fender guitar pick. Rock on.
That is so awesome. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, man, I freaking love it. I've got maybe like... I don't even know how many guitar picks are sitting up in the music room upstairs, but there's like a tray of them just sitting up there, and I carry one with me all the time. Or have one.
Do you?
I do. I have a little pocket that I got from Guitar Center when I bought my last guitar, and so it like carries the guitar pick in it. So I always have a guitar pick with me. So anywhere I go, anywhere I go, I have my guitar pick with me. But you know what? It has many uses. It opens up cans so I don't break my nails.
Yeah. So you play guitar?
Yeah.
Electric or acoustic?
On both.
Man, you go, girl. You're bad. Oh. That's cool because I've got some electric guitars, and my son wants to sell his, and he don't play it. It's a Fender something. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway. And then my daughter has a Daisy Rock.
Oh,
they're
those
really
are
cool.
Cute. Yeah, I like the Daisy Rocks. Mine is there's a few of them that are up there, but my baby is I actually have a picture of it up. It's a Schecter C1 Classic Series, and it's a tiger grain wood. It's all done in gold, so all of my knobs and my strings and everything are all gold. And there's mother of pearl inlays on the neck. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. It really is, and that was my baby.
I bet it is beautiful. And you know what? That's so cool because I bet you rock and jam out, don't you?
I do. It's a release for me. When I can't do photo shoots or play around artistically that way, I try to play different things, It's a way to release.
So
my main thing is piano.
Really?
I love playing piano, violin. I love beating on my drums. Just anything.
See, that's what I would do with big drums. I could see me being a drummer.
Yeah, I absolutely love just anything. I mean, the different instruments that I've got a didgeridoo, We've got mandolins. I mean, just all kinds of things. Purple violin.
Man, I've got an antique fiddle that you would love.
Oh, I've got a fiddle. Oh, man, I've got a fiddle. But it's not antique, so yours might be really cool.
I think you would enjoy seeing it. I'll take some pictures of it and send them to you. I think you would enjoy looking at it. It's old.
Ooh.
I've had to reset back up and everything, but I can't play it. I don't know how to play it.
Interesting. I wonder, do you know the origins of where it came from?
I don't know anything other than it's old. I just get a sense of it's been a lot of places.
All right. Send me a picture of it. I'm very curious about it now because the fiddle is a very, not everybody just goes out and buys a fiddle and can play a fiddle. A fiddle is kind of like a heritage family traditional type instrument that you would play within a family. So
it's like a banjo almost.
Yeah.
Banjos, they're tuned. Fiddles and banjos are alike but played differently.
Yes, they do. And both of them have usually a family heritage with them. So for something like that, because they're usually passed down from, parents to child, parents to child, parents to child, so on down the line. So something like that, if you have an old fiddle or even an old banjo, it's going to have some history, energy attached to it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'd like to get that out and maybe do some work with it or something. Or
you should absolutely do some work with it, because I'm telling you what, the fiddles that come from somewhere with history sound different than you go into the store and buying a fiddle. It really does. The twang of it is completely different. It really is. And you hear it when it's played.
Well, the music instrument itself, a lot of music instruments, especially when you talk about generational type style instruments, they are played in a lot of different types of spiritual type settings, whether that be whatever anyone believes in.
Yep.
Like for their gospel songs, for their traditional type rituals, or whatever, to commune with spirit, because music actually tickles spirit's little ears to basically commune with you sometimes. It intrigues them. It gives them a good setting. It puts a good meditation around. It gives a good feeling.
Yeah,
it creates the tone. So, I can see how the music instrument would still be connected to spirit.
It is. And that's why I was saying, when like the instruments that I get, I try not to buy new. I try to buy some things that have been used by other people. Because one, I'm not about spending a whole bunch of money, but also when you touch something and you feel the history behind it, and you're just like, this is deep. This isn't just a piece of wood that has some strings on it. There is something connected to it. It's like having Elvis Presley's guitar.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? You know what you need to do, or not? You don't need to do anything, but what I would love for you to do is to make like a music version of one of your dolls, like maybe like a metal doll or something musical related. I will buy that crap in a heartbeat.
I'll have to I could do a music celeb type look, not the celebrity itself, but that gives that genre type feeling. I mean, a lot of my corpse painted dogs get off that metal feel,
They do, they really do.
But I could do something that really kind of touches base with you musically.
Yeah. Musically, like, I don't know, I play all kinds of stuff. So my it's vast. It really is. So you could pretty much choose anything, and kind of roll with it. Just music in general, music notes, anything like that. Just music in general I just love music.
Yeah.
It's my release.
And that's so cool, though, because music is a good release.
It is. It's a very good release.
Great for meditation. It's great for even on some of the most rocked out, hardcore rock songs. I find a release, and man, I've had some really cool spiritual connection just through whatever. It don't have to be slow opera music for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That don't even get me there. The more my adrenaline goes and the more I can get myself there, like just through the flow of good just energy that pumps me up, shoot, I get on a different cloud instantly.
Yeah. And for me, like, my music modes change from what my energy is, like what my feelings are. There are days where I am just full on, gotta have screaming hardcore metal going on. And then there's days where I just want to listen to classical music because my mood is completely different. So, you know, people ask me all the time, who's your favorite band? What's your favorite type of music? I like whatever my ear and energy needs at that time.
Right.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not too big into country. You know, old school country, like my mama and I used to like sing to like the Judds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That kind of country and bluegrass I can do, but I really can't get into any of the newer country stuff. That's
man, let me turn you on to some, if you like bluegrass, you'll love acid grass. Like, I'm talking like Goose Creek Symphony, Tater.
Really?
Yeah, man, some cool things like that.
I will totally YouTube that.
It's cool stuff. It's not your typical bluegrass.
You know why I like bluegrass? It almost feels like it just draws you to the earth, to Mother Nature in some way.
Yeah, it does. I like it too.
It's almost like you find roots that you didn't know that you had. It just brings you to a place where you're just like in a different world. I love it because it's so different, you know. And the people who play the bluegrass are really rooted in their ways and their mentality on what they, you know, play. And you really hear it and feel it. It's really cool.
Definitely.
Really cool. But yeah, music, Dolly, I'm totally down for something like that.
I might have the perfect dolly for a music dolly. I think I've got one that's actually holding a violin or something.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm going through all the dolls in my head, and it just rung a bell that I've got one that's holding a music instrument.
See, it's meant to be.
That would be cool.
It's meant to be. So many ideas. I mean, there's so many different things that you do, and I don't have words to say. Just I never would say, hey, can you make this doll? Those words before a few days ago would have never come out of my mouth. Ever. So thank you for opening my mind to it, because it's, you know, it's education too. Opening your mind to something that you were secluded to before. And that's the whole point of all of this stuff, is to help bring things to light to people who, you know, don't understand what it is that you do with these dolls.
Man, the world may never know.
The world.
What I do with these dolls.
And you know what? Maybe that's for the best. But as long as people understand that this is all in good, and that it's nothing dark and evil.
No.
Because, you know, you had said before that you had people who looked at this and were just like, and they would,
honestly,
you know.
Yeah, I've had people once. I will tell you something. The pictures, and I'm not trying. This is a time to highlight myself. I'm not trying to overbrag myself, but honestly, pictures don't do them justice.
Yeah.
They don't, until you get it in your hands and you see it in the detail. And just the love that you feel that was put into it, then you know. Yeah. It's just because I feel like, to me, and I think every artist should be this way, love what you do and be in love with it. I mean, I know that I can look at artwork and tell you where it's not perfect, but when I still am connected to the fact that that's exactly what it was supposed to be.
Yeah. And that's true. You know, the artist that does it to their ability and what they feel. And what we may think is not perfect is perfect to the person who created it. And somebody else will find it perfect in every single way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Not everything needs to be perfect.
I mean, art speaks to people in any form, you know?
Yes, it does.
How it touches someone, or the feeling that it gives them, you know?
You know what? It's like this. This is how I look at it. You can look at a piece of bread and it be a piece of bread. Or you can look at a piece of bread and you can tell the different depths, you know, and the creases and the cracks in it, and your mind starts finding things and images within the bread and you know, and stuff like that, because everybody looks at things differently, you know.
Because no two pieces of bread are alike.
That's right. You know, I look at my Doritos, right, and what? My Doritos can be forms of art sometimes. The way that the Cool Ranch is just displayed on some of them is really cool. Sometimes I look at a Dorito and I contemplate on if I should eat it or not.
Yeah. You know what, people? We will use food for any kind of illustration.
Hold on, people, because my Doritos are staring at me right now, and they're saying, "Eat me, eat me, eat me." So I'm gonna grab my bag of Doritos real quick. All right, people, I got my Doritos. The world is good.
We're safe.
We're good. You don't want to see hungry K-Rock, okay? You don't want to know that side of me, which is why I always keep a bag of Doritos handy. And that way, man, these are finger looking good. Okay.
I'm just wanting some bread.
My stomach is gonna hate me. I'm living off of Doritos and coffee from McDonald's.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. It's still good. Oh my God.
Pleasure.
My pleasure. It has been my pleasure. You know what? I have... I just had it.
The shot collar. The shot collar.
I did, thank you, because I just had a thought, and I was gonna... I was gonna share.
Creepy evil laugh told on you, and I was like, oh no, match the shot collar, back up, free treat.
Yeah, okay. It's funny that you know my trigger, because as soon as I do that, I laugh, and I can't reproduce it unless I'm.
Just
Oh man, this thought really wants to come out.
Just say it. Just do it.
Oh. Maybe if I do it in the robe. You know what? Maybe if I sound like one of those. What were those things on The Wizard of Oz? Those little Munchkin. Maybe if I do it in a Munchkin voice.
Yeah, do it.
It won't sound so perverted. We welcome you to...
Do it.
Oh my God. All right. So... I really can't. It's really perverted. I will tell you in private about my perverted thought. But it has something to do with Doritos.
Oh my.
Well, maybe I can tell a little bit of it. So, you know how they have edible underwear?
Yeah. Oh my God, yes, you've just got 10 pair coming to you.
Oh my God. So
of the Dorito kind.
Well, I was sitting here and I was licking my fingers because I was licking the Dorito goodness off of my fingers, and it made me think it would just be a wonderful world if there were Dorito flavored edible underwear, and that's all.
You know what? I can see you now, like taking Dorito baths, like pictures, like a naked shot with you surrounded by nothing but Doritos.
I would swim in them and never get out. Oh man, the bag turns me on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I don't need porn, people. I don't at all need porn. Just throw a bag of Doritos in my face. I'm good.
Yeah. So whenever y'all send them private picture messages to Crystal.
Oh my God. I can
Please
only
put a bag of
imagine.
Doritos in front of it.
That's all I need. Yeah, you don't need to send me, pictures of your stuff. Just send me pictures of Doritos if you want to get me hot and all bothered.
Yeah, just like you could like make it look like it's gonna be your stuff, but just put that bag of Doritos in front of it.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. I don't care if you want to go and custom make underwear that look like Doritos or the bag, or if you want to maybe tape a couple Doritos to your nipples. Whatever, because I'm not going to see the person. What I'm going to be looking at is those tasty Doritos.
You know what we should do?
What?
I mean, it's men and women, but on the page we can do a Dorito sexy selfie, and the person that has the best Dorito sexy selfie gets something. We'll give them something.
That's a great idea.
We'll call it the Screepy giveaway.
That's a great idea.
Screepy decides what he's going to send them.
You know what? Screepy has a very good idea. I like it. Or no, he's going to choose. And you know what? We'll have to do it to where we have judges. So you can be a judge. I'll be a judge. Jim will be a judge.
Yeah, we'll just have we'll do us 3 judges, and then that way we can talk and really, because we'll be in some disagreement. Like, no, I like this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then we just have it come down to the final 3.
Yes, absolutely. I like that very much.
Yeah. We'll have a deadline. Like, we'll start at some time and end at some time. Please post your pictures to this page for just 1 post per person.
I like that idea.
The Screepy Dorito challenge.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And what would be killer is if everybody did a Screepy face or a mask or something like that crazy with the bag of Doritos. Because then you're touching on both of my passions. You're touching on my Doritos and you're touching on the creepy side, the Screepy side. So that would be hot.
That would be a cool kind of little, deal, just to interact with people and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk with Jim about it because that sounds like a really fun thing to do. Get the word out on Dorito love.
Yeah, Dorito sexy selfies. Whoever posts the most hottest Dorito sexy selfie.
Doritos is about to get a boost in business.
I see sponsorship in our future. I'm just saying.
I am so down, people. So if we get this contest up and going, I better see some crazy pictures going on with the Doritos. Yeah. You have no idea what people's imaginations are startling to me. The stuff that people think of, their thought process on. I can't. If this actually takes place, I am going to be stoked because I can't wait to see what people are going to come up with.
Hey, that gives me an idea too for my next dog giveaway.
Ooh.
I could do like a Dolly creepy sexy selfie. Like
That
they
would
could
be
portray
awesome.
they could portray any of my characters in their way by just a selfie.
I love it.
That would be cool too. That right there would be winning factor.
You've got 4 new doll ideas out of this entire conversation now, because you got your barista, you got your music one, you've got the clown, the Ronald McDonald clown, and now this one.
Gosh.
The selfie one. You're gonna be busy.
Busy.
You're gonna be super busy.
No doubt.
No diggity.
Right? From the east side to the west side. No diggity.
No doubt.
I'm down.
Is it no diggity? I think it's no biggity, but whatever.
No, it's no diggity.
Is it no diggity?
I have the old CD.
All right. No diggity.
It was out by Blackstreet. Blackstreet was the artist.
You're right. Why am I thinking no biggity? I don't know.
You think about Biggie Smalls or something, girl? I don't know.
I think you're right. I think that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, Biggie.
Can't you see? Sometimes the words are hypnotize me.
There you go.
And I just,
there you go. There you go.
I think that one was actually Snoop Dogg, but
that was good though. We were talking about Snoop Dogg the other day. You know, if Snoop Dogg is dancing, and he goes to like really getting to where he's swinging his arm or really kind of getting into it, that's his aerobic exercise.
Yeah.
Because Snoop Dogg does not get excited when he dances.
No.
He's so chill and he just bounces, you know, like. And if he ain't bouncing, he's just nodding his head.
Yeah. Except for when he's got flailing arm syndrome. I'm telling you, it's an epidemic because I have it too.
Right? Yeah, he's got that. Whenever you see him give that like fist pump to the air, it's on.
Because he's reaching for the energy to be able to move more than just his head.
I believe it. I believe it. Like Snoop Dogg gets it, man.
I freaking love it.
I do too. Cause, you know, there's not many artists that I'll talk about that really get my attention. But who don't know Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. I mean, he's Snoop Dogg in a sense.
I would chill with him, man. I'd chill with him in a minute.
He's deep. He really is. I mean, a lot of people, I don't know, I guess you really have to listen to some of his music to really understand where he's coming from with a lot of his lyrics. I mean, it's more than just, you know, him talking about stuff. He really does get deep within some of the stuff that he
really does. But he's making sense with it, too. It's not just about the hoe or the booty. It was about something else, if you caught on to what it was he was saying, you know?
Well, sometimes it was just about the hoe.
Sometimes it was about the hoe and the booty, but not all the time. If that hoe and booty wasn't working for him, then he just got rid of that when he got another one. It's about the exchange.
That's awesome. Exchange. That's what I'm going to use for that word next time that word takes place, is exchange. And then I'm going to say, my pleasure.
Yes.
See, this is what happens when we get together and we start talking. We forget that we have an audience.
I swear we do. I'm just like, I hope they're following along.
I'm telling you, we're going to put a disclaimer up so these listeners are aware that there's going to be some
Yeah. We just gotta make them aware.
Extended topics.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna word it. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna word it. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's all in good fun. I'm not trying to piss anybody off or offend anybody. You know, and if it does offend somebody, then you know I apologize. Not really.
Well, then they got that volume button and that off button. They can turn it off.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not forcing you. You're not, you know, glued to having to listen, but we want you to.
We want you to. It's our pleasure.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, you know, this is an adult, you know, radio show. This isn't, you know, there's no kids here.
No, this isn't daycare.
No, it isn't. So, if you need to be babied and coddled, you know.
Say that for your mama.
Go to McDonald's Jungle Gym and play. I don't know.
Make sure it's in New York because ours suck.
I honestly think I just went on a good night with a good worker there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was really awesome. You heard her.
Oh, I'm eating cracker.
What?
I had to go get a cracker. I was hungry.
Well, I'm glad a cracker can satisfy you.
Well, I ain't got Doritos.
I'll send you some, honey.
And I'm out of my wasabi chips.
Oh.
I finished them off today earlier.
Yeah. Well, I'm going on my second bag of Doritos since yesterday. So that's how, you know, if anybody ever wants to know how I keep this girlish figure of mine, my fluffiness, that's why. It's freaking Doritos.
Man.
But I work it off.
Tell me more.
Well, I find things to keep myself busy.
Like what, Crystal? Yeah, we all do that.
I go up and downstairs a lot.
Is that what you call it?
I'm up and down and up and down. Up and down.
That's great leg workout, by the way.
You have no idea.
Yes, I
do. Oh my gosh. I totally snorted.
I did a while ago.
No, but I do. I feel
like an elderly person.
Like what?
I feel like an elderly person having my midnight snack and it's fucking crackers. Excuse me.
Saltines.
Didn't mean to say that. Yeah, not my saltines.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Saltines and ginger ale.
Man, you can gum it then. Sorry.
You so went there, don't go choking on your cracker.
I know. That was Ollie uncensored for real.
Oh my god.
Now I need a shock bracelet.
See, and I'm the one trying to be cautious here.
I just saw gums. That's all I just saw. What? What was that, Dolly?
Oh my gosh. That's what you need. You know what? That would be an awesome doll. A childlike doll that looks old eating a cracker. With like crumbs all over it.
Funny little cracker kid.
Yes. Yes.
Cracker.
That would be cool. And like make it like look old, like with wrinkles and stuff.
I could do that.
That would be kind of neat. You know, because the face underneath it would still be very childlike, but you know, it's like an old person still with this young spirit.
that would be cool.
Within it, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Eating their crackers.
That's all you got to do. Little box of saltines, cracker crumbs, bedpan, whatever.
That's the fifth doll idea. Let's see if we can come up with another one. We just had to make gum and that sound good.
Exactly.
Good save, Crystal.
I try.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always work, but I definitely try. I'm tired.
I am too.
Blame it on that. That's when the juices start flowing though, and the filter really starts turning off at that point because your mind isn't thinking correctly, and so you just kind of say whatever. But also conversation just flows, so it is what it is. People, deal with it, okay? Jeez.
Right. We still love ya. It's
Absolutely.
our pleasure.
Absolutely. I tell you what, I guarantee you, the people who are listening to this are probably having a good time listening to it.
I hope so, because I'm having a good time talking.
I know, right?
It's been fun, man. I mean, we can't always stay on topic, but we cover a lot of base, and it's just been fun.
Yeah, it's all in fun. And
but you know what? It just puts it out there because I'm so versatile. You're so versatile. We got so much that we could cover, and it's like, how do we cover all this in one show?
Yeah, I mean, usually, like you said, and I said before, we try to stick to topic. But when you get into conversation with somebody that you just really enjoy speaking to, it just it just continues to go wherever it goes. For whatever reason, that's where it goes. That's where it goes. And because it's nothing, programmed and rehearsed and robotic about it, we're two real people communicating with one another. And so this is what's going to happen.
We're in a spirit world, asshole. They can't hear us.
I'm going to have to get the ghost box out.
Yeah, you need to start tapping in with that thing. Cause you know what I'm talking about, the movie Guns or whatever, and then he's like, we're in a spirit world, asshole. They can't see us. Right.
I absolutely love it. You, Dolly, are one of a kind.
OOAK.
All of your dolls are one of a kind. I just thank you for being in the world.
Well, thank you.
You're
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
I think I'm in the wrong business.
I think we both are.
I think I do really good as a special kind of operator.
Up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, those stairs are a really good workout.
Man, they work the leg. Good thigh exercise.
Yeah, it is.
Great for the ass,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have no complaints. My thighs and my buttocks are. They are they. They are my pleasure. And you're welcome. It is what it is. I don't know. I feel like, who was that guy that used to do the sweating to the oldies?
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
All right, ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
The reason I thought of yeah, the reason I thought of him is because I don't know why I thought about him.
He's so energetic, man.
And he still is. Man. I saw a picture of him that he tweeted last week, and he was of course in one of his get-ups, and he looks like he hasn't really aged much, but it's been 30-something years.
100 years.
And he still looks wonderful.
I know.
He really does. he doesn't have the saggy skin problem. He must be using Just for Men or something because his hair didn't look gray.
I'm telling you, he stays that young spirit look about him.
He does, but you know why? It's because he's freaking healthy.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna make a Richard Simmons doll with the little short shorts and everything.
Oh my gosh, and the little afro and his little some little dumbbells.
Yeah, they're exercising Richard Simmons' corpse.
Oh my gosh. That would be awesome. So what's that doll, 6 now? The 6th idea? Well, that's my lucky number.
I love it.
6 and 3.
I love 1s and 3s and 6s and 9s and 7s. I've got all kinds of numbers I love.
Yep. Those are my top 2 is the 3s and the 6s. 3's before the 6, but you know.
Mine would be 1s and between the 3s and the 7s. Just depends on what's going on to where what number comes up, you know?
Yeah, I see.
But it's 1s all the time. I always get 1s. I get a lot of 4s.
I do too. It's like 444 or 44. Yeah, I see a lot of 4s too. So I guess I should add that to it too. And also the 1s, because every time I look at the clock, it's either 1:11 or 11:11.
Every day with me like that, man.
So that's always really odd. But other numbers pop up to me more like 3s, because I guess things come to me in 3s.
Yeah, me too.
So maybe that's why 3 is more significant than actually seeing the numbers, is because things come to me in groups of 3. So
yeah, well, I mean, I do things in 3s, so that's why the number sticks out to me, because I know whenever I'm doing things, it's always 3.
Yeah, and that's kind of like with me when I'm like eating my Doritos. I eat 1, 2, 3, and I'll lick my fingers, and then 1, 2, 3, and I'll lick my fingers.
Nothing like licking your fingers,
especially when it has Dorito jizz on it. Oh.
Yeah, especially that.
Dorito jizz. I totally just said Dorito jizz.
Well.
It's the extraction of a Dorito, people. What do you expect? I don't know.
Yeah, and gum and a cracker's like gum and a cracker. That's all it was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's what that word meant was, something like that. I
didn't know the difference.
Yeah, me either. Well, on that note, people, Dolly and I are going to sign out and say sayonara.
Our pleasure.
Yes, look how seductive that sounded coming out of your mouth. That was really awesome.
Yeah.
Does Screepy want to say anything, Mr. Screepy, before we go?
Screepy wants to say a lot. And you know what? It's been Screepy's pleasure too.
I love it. Well, people, I hope you enjoyed the show. I can see many more shows with Dolly in the future, and possibly some video soon, and of course all of her stuff for her Facebook page and her dollies will be posted, so that you have access to that information as well.
Our pleasure.
Hold up, let me try this. No, my pleasure. See, that did not sound sexy whatsoever, right?
Whatever. Yeah, if you say so. Because everybody's got different ways of taking it. They may need that more direct my pleasure than they need the seductive my pleasure.
Yeah. So I'll let you do the seductive one, and I'll just be like, my pleasure. My pleasure, dude.
Yeah, because you're the girl that's being like, oh, you can't have this. And then basically they're going to be like, yeah, girl, I'll show you.
Mm-hmm. Secretly in my head, like right now, I'm saying it in the most seductive way that I could possibly think. And there's even...
Yeah. Because I was saying it in the most smart-ass way whenever I was insane it seductively, so...
Yeah. So there you go. You've got the sexy version from Dolly, and you've got the whatever from me.
the direct up front one.
Yeah. The abrupt. My pleasure. Yeah, whatever. That's... You're getting the, I wish I didn't have to say my pleasure.
Yeah, I hate working here.
Yeah, I just want to leave.
Yeah, because whenever that one Chick-fil-A attendant just breaks down, I'm going to say, it's okay, honey. Just walk out.
We understand. All right, guys.
Don't walk at McDonald's.
Yeah.